I used to get stuck in my head, wondering why someone wouldn't stop occupying my thoughts all day long. It felt like this endless loop. No matter what I was doing, there they were, front and center in my mind. If someone told me that just because someone is on your mind doesn't mean they're passively unaware of it, I probably wouldn't have believed it. But the truth is way more fascinating than just you're thinking about them, and that's it. When someone is on your mind all the time, these three things are actually happening to them, whether you realize it or not. If you want to understand what's really going on under the surface and maybe change the game in your relationships or your own emotional world, stick with me for a few minutes. This is not just psychology jargon. It's about real human connection you've never thought about this way. The first thing that's happening is that you are quietly influencing their thoughts and emotions, whether you know it or not. I remember a time I was crushing on someone, and it felt like every little thing reminded me of them. Every song, every place. I was convinced all the energy was on me, and maybe they didn't even notice. The moment that changed everything was when I stumbled onto research that showed how we unconsciously send out emotional energy. It's not magic, it's psychology. When you are consistently thinking about someone, your brain produces subtle signals. Your posture changes when you talk about them. Your tone of voice shifts, and your small actions release what some call emotional vibrations. These energies can travel through conversation, body language, or even mutual friends and reach the other person. At first, I resisted this idea because it sounded too mystical or unproven. But then I tried a simple experiment. I focused on someone with intentional kindness and curiosity, instead of anxiety or obsession. I noticed that their behavior toward me subtly shifted over weeks. More warmth, more openness. Studies back this up too. Neuroscience shows that human brains are wired to pick up on subtle cues even without our awareness. It's like your emotional Wi-Fi is connecting with theirs. The result, even if they don't know exactly why, you're quietly shaping their inner experience. Here's how you can try this. Start small. The next time you catch yourself ruminating about someone, switch your mental focus to sending them positive, calm energy. Imagine them happy or at peace, not caught up in drama or worry. See what happens in your next interaction, or how their vibe changes toward you. 2. The second thing happening when someone is on your mind all the time is that they are syncing up to your emotional rhythm without saying a word. I used to think emotional connection was all about talking, sharing feelings openly, or texting back and forth when really, there's this invisible timing that happens between two people. Once I was in this weird phase where I constantly thought about a close friend who was going through a tough time but hadn't told me much. I felt helpless because I wanted to support them but didn't know how. One day, completely by accident, I noticed they called me right as I was about to reach out. That's when I discovered that when two people have frequent, even unspoken emotional focus on each other, their mental and emotional cycles can synchronize. It's like tuning two musical instruments to the same frequency without playing a note. You might not realize it, but your moods, energy levels, and even your sleep patterns can subtly align. The crazy part is that this isn't just in your head. Heartbeat rhythms, breathing rates, and brain waves all have been shown to closer match between people who share emotional bonds. I started paying attention to this and realized when anxiety hit me about the relationship or situation, they often mirrored it in little ways. When I calmed down, they did too. The result is that your inner worlds are becoming a kind of silent conversation. More importantly, becoming aware of this can change how you manage your feelings, because you're not just feeling something for yourself anymore. You're carrying emotional weight for both of you. Try this now. When you find yourself obsessing about someone, pause and ask yourself what energy you're feeding into your own emotions. Are you anxious, hopeful, or frustrated? Then watch for how their mood changes over a day or two. You might just spot this invisible emotional dance in action. The challenge is learning how to gently shift your rhythm so theirs can shift too. 3. The third remarkable thing happening is that your presence in their life. even when silent, is actually helping them grow or change in ways you might not expect. I used to believe that if I wasn't physically present or constantly communicating, I was doing nothing but waiting around to be noticed. But once I understood the unseen impact of just thinking about someone, everything changed. I had a complicated friendship where I hadn't talked to the person for a while, yet I found myself caring deeply about their well-being. No messages, no phone calls, just thoughts. Then, out of the blue months later, they reached out to tell me something personal had shifted inside them and that I had been a quiet part of that change. Even though I didn't say a word, that's when I discovered something incredible. When someone stays in your thoughts with intention, meaning you're really wishing them well or reflecting on their character, you're planting seeds of influence. It's like you're a gardener tending flowers from miles away. Your thoughts become motivation triggers or emotional guides that help the other person see themselves in a new light. This is backed by psychological studies on how people construct their identity, partly through how they imagine others see them. If someone you care about is frequently thinking of you, there's a good chance it's nudging you toward reflection or growth without even direct interaction. At first I thought this was passive or weak influence, but it's actually powerful and lasting. To make this work for you, start intentionally holding good thoughts about someone in your mind. Not idealized fantasies, but honest, kind reflections. This small habit can plant roots that slowly change the landscape of your connection, even in silence. To sum it up, the next time you find someone occupying your thoughts nonstop, instead of feeling stuck in a loop, remember 3 things are quietly happening. You are sending emotional energy that influences their inner world. Your emotional rhythms are secretly syncing without you even talking, and your presence in their mental space is a silent source of growth or change for them. More importantly, you're not alone in this. Human connection works beneath the surface in ways we rarely understand but deeply feel. So choose what feels true to you and try these simple shifts today. Send kindness, notice your own emotional flow, and hold healing intentions for those on your mind. What do you think? Have you ever noticed someone responding to you in ways you can't explain but feel you caused? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe, because there's so much more about human connection we haven't uncovered yet. You never know which thought or feeling rippling quietly inside you right now might just change someone's life.